A very good afternoon, almost early evening here in Crewe in South Cheshire, and we have the first of two vehicles in the next 24 hours which we'll be videoing for you. The first one up is this 70 plate, 20 in the year BMW in sapphire black metallic, an absolutely Bobby Dazzler. Really beautiful car, and some very valuable extra specification. All the specification that we are aware of, which is considerable, over £6,000 worth of options, is listed inside the advert, and I'll do my very best to talk through some of the major ones throughout the video. So Cheshire Cars in Crewe in Cheshire have been established for 27 years, and we have an enviable reputation for good and straightforward and honest car dealing. All our reviews are available on Google, Auto Trader and Facebook, and we do encourage you to have a read through some of those reviews. We offer UK delivery, it's £1 a mile, and we only charge you to come down to you, so we don't charge to come back. We'll just try and cover the costs of delivering any vehicle to you. You're welcome to come and see us here at headquarters in Crewe and still have the delivery later, or as is nearly always the case, each vehicle is ready to take away as you see it. This vehicle has been here less than 1 week, and we have a proven process of enhancements that the vehicle has been through and undergone, albeit we do need to run it to our workshop partners, which we will be doing in the next 48 hours. The vehicle sits on Continental tyres, run flats, with these beautiful polished and painted black alloy wheels, M Sport suspension option, rear reverse camera option, front and rear parking sensors option, privacy glass option. You get the feel automatic gearbox option, so there's quite a large option list. Seat heating option, electric heated folding door mirrors with dimming and auto reverse mirror on the passenger side option. Let's go into the car, let's talk you through the vehicle. So we have it on a 20 on a 70 reg. We've just fitted these nice high gloss black grills just to finish the car off. You can fit front splitters and side skirts should you wish, but we don't do that. We leave that up to the individual who may buy the vehicle. BMW LED headlights, daylight running lights on at the moment, automatic headlights as well, and look at that for the wheel. All wheels are in great condition, as are the tyres. It's just a little over 6,000 miles, 6,169 miles to be precise. There is the odd stone chip which we have used the correct touch-up pencil to touch in. So let me see if I can remember. Let's have a look. I don't think for 1 minute the camera will pick anything up, and they are tiny. Tiny little scuff just on the edge of the lower splitter here, right underneath, almost underneath the splitter, but we've touched in. But otherwise in great condition. Just come out of the headlight, it's blaring the video, isn't it? This sapphire black paintwork is an absolute stunning paintwork. A lot of BMWs in black are standard solid, what we call a solid finish. This has got a silver fleck in it which absolutely pops the bodywork. It's superb. So inside the car, one of the major features you'll be seeing here is the black leather Dakota seats, and the seats are sports seats, so that means that the front seats are sports seats, and they're called a sports seat because they've got a little bit of added lumber around the sides here to hold you in place, and also on the base, and they also have the extendable knee support here, so just lift that forward and the seat extends. Quite useful on long journeys. You can choose to use it or not use it, as the case might be. You have the darker headlining. It's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Certainly Apple CarPlay with my phone is connected up to it at the moment, which means you get everything that's on your phone through the car's system. So all the sounds that you have on the phone, the music, you'll be able to play through the vehicle itself. So I've gone through the tyres of Continentals, all matching. Boot, there's the reverse camera, the lens anyway. There is a photograph of the reverse camera in operation in the over 40 images that I've just taken of the car. You also have extended storage on this vehicle, which means that you have basically storage either side, but on the driver's side you get the net, and there's a first aid kit in there. There's underfloor storage a little bit there if you need it. Not a great deal, but there is something you can put in there. The battery is of course in the boot, quite a large battery. We have 2 key fobs. We have the manual as well, so the manuals are present, even though you do get a manual on the iDrive. 218i, about 100 and just short of 140 brake horsepower. Try and use fuel from not from supermarkets if you can, but from high street fuel stations. If you can afford to use E5, then I would suggest you use E5. It is compatible with E10, but E5 is our preferred fuel choice. I'll just put the headlights on and turn the steering wheel straighten. So inside the car, it's a really, really nice place to be. Absolutely gorgeous. M Sport steering wheel, a fantastic ZF gearbox, probably one of the best gearboxes of any mainstream production car, and one that BMW have been married to for over a decade and a half now, so obviously they're very, very happy, their engineers, with the gearbox and its performance. It's very super slick, super smooth. You can, if you wish, drive it in manual. Most people will just leave it in drive, I guess, just for automatic, but in the bad weather, if you've got ice and snow wherever you are, manual might be a better option, because you can manually up and down the gear shifts, which would increase the car stability through you braking the gears rather than to hit the brake, which may put the car into a little bit of a slide or a spin. So always a good tip to remember, if you're driving in icy conditions, probably best to drive it in the manual, any automatic that is, in the manual mode, so you can shift through the gears manually as opposed to letting the car do it for you and having to brake. We don't want to brake much in the ice and snow. Let's go in the car. Come on, David, stop talking about ice and snow. We're not going to have any ice and snow, although next week the weather forecast is for colder weather in Great Britain. 6-1, if you can see that, there you go, 6-1-6-9, so a decent mileage, very, very tiny mileage. The only reason the car is here for sale with us, because we did buy the car straight from the owner, is that she's expecting her first baby, so congratulations. And obviously a two-door car, whilst it would be okay, isn't ideal. So, well, not unfortunately, because she's expecting a baby, which is a fantastic achievement, and I'm sure everything will go well. She's going to have a more of a sort of 5-door or estate car, SUV or something like that. So gear shifter, basically you've got a P for park and a press release button on the side just there. Just press that in, obviously make sure you're covering the brake. D for drive, and off you go. If you wanted to drive it into manual, you switch it across when you're driving, don't have to stop, then just go forward for down or towards you for a higher gear and back into drive again. Give you a feel for the reverse all the way forward, and there is the camera with the markings, and it will park the car, help you to park the car if you wish it to. I have put it on, so it is just there. Let me just put it on for you. So that's the that little button there is, let me just bring it up because I've just had it a few seconds ago. So there you go, I was waiting for that. Park assist, rear view camera, brightness, contrast, parking guidance lines and obstacle marking, all there. Let's put it back into P for park. There we go, and it's all safe and sound. 2 cup holders, 12-volt power socket, there's the key fob, adjustable steering column, push button start, cruise control, speed limiter, voice activation. Let me just, have we got voice activation on? Let's just try, let's see if we've got voice activation on the map, for example. Cancel.
Cancel.
The reason it wasn't voice activation a moment ago was I had the CarPlay on, so trying to work out why it wasn't coming on. So you can't have the activation on CarPlay, but you can on the BMW system. So it's plugged and wired into the BMW system, not Apple CarPlay. There's your wheel. I've pictured the servicing again in the car. My phone's on charge at the moment. My son's just trying to ring me. I'm sorry, Thomas, I'll ring you back in a moment. So yeah, what a beautiful car. No obnoxious smells. I'll just put the light on because it's a little bit dark, isn't it? No obnoxious smells in the car, so no tobacco or animal odours. and no unsightly scratches or dents on the outside of this vehicle. So a very, very pleasant, well looked after car with a tiny, tiny mileage. It's got to be, as I told someone by email today, who's interested in the car, to be fair, why wouldn't he be? That it's a one of one. There won't be another car matching this spec in the UK, I don't think, to be honest. It's a lot of options when you buy a BMW, you've got to spec them. So there you go, it's our 20 on a 70, 6,000 miles BMW 218i Coupe Auto from Cheshire Cars in Crewe in Cheshire, available now with finance, part exchange and UK delivery should you require it, or come and see the car here. I'm David Bilsborough. I'll be delighted to take instructions from you. Just a quick note, our YouTube channel is available to subscribe to, and we have over 1,600 of you who have done that and 1.1 million views. Do have a look at our YouTube channel.